So the classes that we're going to be offering with Summit are the 9th grade U.S. History with Mr. Millsap, the 9th grade English with Mr. White, the biology class with Ms. Smart, and geometry class with myself. So at this time at Gentry High School, these are the only 4 classes that we're going to be doing with the Summit Learning Program. The first 2 are the 9th grade classes, and the biology and geometry are generally 10th grade level classes. Summit Learning's vision is that every student is equipped to lead a fulfilled life, one with purpose, financial independence, so they will leave home one day, community, strong relationships, and health. And this fits very nicely into the vision for Gentry High School, which is adding value to the community one student at a time. So we're trying to develop students to be productive members of society. So in order to meet this vision, Summit has 3 pillars. We have habits of success, cognitive skills, and content knowledge. The habits of success are research-based habits that have been developed that students need to be successful in life. So some examples of these are like stress management, self-direction, curiosity, purpose, academic tenacity. Cognitive skills are skills that are used among many subjects. So not just something you learn in math class, but something you need in English or history or social studies as well. Some examples of cognitive skills are using sources, inquiry, speaking and listening, composing, analysis and synthesis, things that you would do in multiple classes. And then finally, content knowledge is the knowledge that you learn within a specific content, something more than just a Google search. It's that deep, rich knowledge that you learn within a content. So in a science class, you would learn osmosis, or geometric transformations in math, literary devices, or grammar in an English class. So these 3 things are what Summit is trying to accomplish to get students to have a purposeful, fulfilled life. How we actually accomplish that is through the 3 components. So the first of the components is mentoring, and then we have projects, and we have self-direction. And we're going to look at each of these a little more in depth, because this is how we actually do Summit Learning. This is what the students are going to see the most often. So mentoring ties into those habits of success. Each student is going to have a mentor that's an adult here at the school that they'll meet with 10 minutes a week. And this mentor and student relationship, the students are going to set goals. They're going to reflect on their progress. They're going to talk about places for celebration. They're going to talk about where they're stuck. They're going to be coached to that next step. And they're basically going to have a thought partner. So somebody that can help them, that can coach them through whatever it is that they're working on at the time. So it's going to help treat the whole student, not just the student in a math class, for example. So mentoring is one of the hows of Summit Learning. The next type is through projects, and projects are 70% of the time and 70% of the student's grade. They're real-world projects that create science, so they're tied to cognitive skills, which are the skills that are the ones that go across disciplines. So the skills that you need in English class and social studies class and math class. They are real-world projects, and some examples of some projects would be like in a science class, create scientific experiments to measure the impact of technology waste on environment. Or in social studies, explore the civil rights movement by examining injustices in their community. In a math class, they might build a dream house using geometric properties. In an English class, they might look at defining their selves. Projects, again, are 70% of the time, 70% of the total grade. The rest of the time is spent in self-direction, and this is 30% of the time, 30% of the total grade. This is tied to the content knowledge. So the information that's not just a quick Google search, but deep, rich understanding of that subject. The learning is learning the way the students learn best, and students will learn how they learn best. If a student is ahead, they can work on new and challenging projects, new and challenging material. If a student is struggling, they can work in a small group with a teacher, or they could do some peer-to-peer mentoring, or have some other interventions. The really great thing is that all of the students don't take a test at the same time, but they test when they are ready. And they retest until they actually master the material. So we don't give up on the students. They keep learning that, keep retesting until they actually master it. Through this whole process of self-direction, the teachers are facilitating. So it's not just students working individually, but the teachers are facilitating that process. We have the self-directed learning cycle, which is used often throughout Summit Learning. Goals are a huge, huge portion of Summit Learning. So students will set a goal, they'll make a plan, they'll learn from that goal, they'll see how much they learned from it, and then they'll reflect on that plan. And then they can go back and assess how they've done, make a new goal, maybe alter the goal that they had, and then go through that same cycle once again. All right, so that's kind of a brief overview of Summit Learning. For more information, I do have the website. It's www.summitlearning.org. And I recommend that if you have any questions that you definitely talk to the teachers. So all of the teachers that are part of this team, myself or the other three, are very excited about this. They're very interested in your student doing well and very open to answering questions. So if you have any questions along the way, definitely ask.